Prophet Josiah, can you give us some practical steps on how we can start strengthening our marriage? What would you share with them?
The first thing is stop being selfish. A lot of things in marriage are rooted in selfishness. Even if you feel like, I'm not being selfish, that's the other person. Well, then be overly unselfish. Like, go outside of your way to do something special for this person on a regular basis. Even if you feel like they don't deserve it. It just shows that you love them, you care about them, and it's not always about you being right. I don't know if we have time for me to tell another story or not, but like...
We definitely do, man.
Okay.
Time is not an issue, man. Share. I love your stories. I told you, man.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying? There was a time when me and my wife split up. This might have been back in like 2008, 2009. We split up. I was in one city, she was in another city. And then we started going to marriage counseling. We got back together. When we first got back together, though, my wife wasn't fully on board with me. I'll just say that. And so I went out of my way to show her that I'm gonna love her like Christ loved the church. It was a perfect example of somebody saying, I don't really want you, and I know you trying to get this thing to work again, but it's probably not gonna work. But I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And so I just went out of my way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had just got back together in maybe like January, and Valentine's Day was coming up. And I don't think she anticipated me doing anything for Valentine's Day because we were just really not on good terms. And I took her out to eat. I bought her stuff. And it was like every week and every month I was praying. I was just focused on her seeing that I meant what I said when we got married. Like, I'm not trying to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to leave, that's your own personal business. But I'm not leaving. So I'm going to go outside of me and just show you why we should be together. We need to be together because it is. Boom, 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 boom. And I just kept doing things and doing things and doing things. And I think over the course of maybe about 8 or 9 months, she just realized, like, wow, you're still treating me nice and I'm treating you like crap. And I think it just kind of hit her in the face, like, wow, so this person really loves me. Because somebody that don't really care about you, you treat them like crap. It's like, look, I'm ready to be out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't going to treat me right. I'm not going to treat you right. But I always looked at scripture like that's not what Jesus said, though. You know what I'm saying? When the scripture says love your wife like Christ loved the church, how many times does the church walk away and we just do whatever we want to do? And then we mosey on back like, okay, Lord, forgive me. It's like, dude, you just went and did all this crazy stuff and you want me to take you back? Well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I was, you know, and I was trying very hard to be the Christ-like figure in that situation. And, you know, it ended up working out. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to make her seem like she was the bad guy. I mean, that wasn't the case. It just was that I felt like as a man, it was my responsibility to put forth all the effort, because that's what he told me. Love your wife like Christ loved the church. It don't say wives love your husband. It say husbands love your wives like Christ loved the church. And he gave the wife different things to do. But I was trying to fulfill my side of the deal, because I was always like, if this doesn't work out, I want to feel comfortable standing before God like I did everything that I could possibly do, and it didn't work. So that's not on me.
Yeah. That's so real. That is so real. It reminds me of something my big bro always tells me in regards to relationships and even marriage. He was just saying that at the end of the day, you always want to, you know, cover yourself. Do everything that you were supposed to do, because then regardless of how it turned out, nobody can say that you didn't hold up your end.
Right.
And that just really just echoes what you said. And that's real. Regardless of how the other person is treating you, you continue to do what you've been called to do based on what God gave us to do. And that's it. Because at the end of the day, he's the one we got to answer to.
Exactly. You don't have no excuse to go cheat. Like, man, was she doing this or doing that? Well, you have a covenant with God. I mean, you have a covenant with your spouse too, but you can't bounce on the fact that God said you're not supposed to do this. So even if your wife said, yo, I don't care if you cheat. I mean, you can have other side chicks. I mean, like, whatever. But like, God didn't say that.
Not at all.
So
Not
even
at
if
all. I've
your
never
wife
seen that.
might,
I never read that in the Bible.
right? But
Thou
I'm
shalt
saying,
have it a side chick. That ain't in there. That's not even in the urban Bible.
you know, but you know what I'm saying, some people too, you know what I'm saying, like you'll see like celebrities or you know what I'm saying, other people. I've heard people say, well, my spouse approves of whatever this ungodly thing is. But God doesn't approve of that. And God is the one that we have to stand before. So just because your spouse approves of you doing something that's ungodly, you're still not allowed to do it. Like,
That's
what
right.
does God say? God says, one man, one woman. That's it. Not one man, a woman, a side chick, his side chick, and y'all all get, nah. That's not what it
None of
say.
that.
Nah. I mean, nah. Now, I mean,
Oh,
regardless of who approves, well, you say our marriage is different because, no, it's not different. It's only one kind of marriage that God ordained, so it's not different.
that's the key. You can't call it a God ordained marriage when you're trying to do it your way.
Exactly.
You know, what you got, that's something else you created. Don't call it marriage though, because God has a specific definition for how He defines what a marriage is.
Right, exactly.
Wow, man, this has been an amazing discussion.